Hello everyone, I wanted to take a moment to give you my thoughts on the new Skyrim Remaster. Yes, if you've been living under a rock the last week or so and haven't heard the rumors and now the official news revealed at BE3 last night, Bethesda will be releasing a new version of Skyrim that they're calling the Definitive Edition. This will be available on current gen platforms in late October and will include remastered and beautifully enhanced textures, shaders, and lighting. I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks gorgeous. That's not all though. The remastered Skyrim will also include mod support for Xbox One and PS4, which for the console players is probably the best news of all. Now, this news has been received with mixed feelings by fans. PC players are complaining that they are not getting anything that they don't already have, since they've been modding Skyrim for nearly 5 years and already have the remastered version and then some. And I totally get that. My PC version of Skyrim is currently running over 170 mods, probably a third of which are visual enhancement mods, and I think my game looks great. And as far as we know, this new version doesn't come with additional features such as new areas or quests or updated combat or animations, all of which PC users have with mods as well. So they feel like they're getting the short end of the stick and would rather have a remaster of one of the older Elder Scrolls games such as Morrowind or Oblivion. Now, the reasons for a Skyrim remaster instead of one of the older games may not be obvious to some people, but it actually makes a lot of sense from a technical standpoint as well as a marketing one. Skyrim is the most successful game in the franchise, beyond any doubt. It sold more copies and is still played by more people than any other Elder Scrolls game. Even after nearly 5 years, the Skyrim community is just as strong, if not stronger, than it was when the game was released. It only makes sense from a marketing standpoint for Bethesda to take advantage of that. And let's face it, Bethesda is a company, they're a business, and they have to make decisions that benefit them the most, that will make them the most money. But that's not the only reason to remaster Skyrim over the others. There's actually a technical reason that makes a ton of sense. Skyrim was already compatible with current gen systems, so the work was already basically done. All they had to do was port it over and enhance it, whereas with Morrowind or Oblivion, they would have had to rebuild the games from scratch with new models, new textures, new animations, pretty much new everything. I mean, just look at the huge amount of work it's taken the teams on Skywind to achieve a remastered version of Morrowind. Years of work so far, and they're not even done yet. They're building the game over from scratch, and that's what Bethesda would have had to do as well. And when it comes down to it, guys, if they're going to spend all that time building a pretty much brand new Elder Scrolls game, I'd rather it was Elder Scrolls 6. Wouldn't you? I know that's probably a little consolation for PC players though, and I've heard a lot of PC users say that they probably won't even get the remaster since they like their modded game and the remaster isn't offering them anything new. And fair enough, you can certainly make that decision for yourself. I, for one, am super excited about this remaster. I mean, like, I'm really, really excited. Yes, I play Skyrim on the PC. I mod it to death. My game looks gorgeous. I can't stand the sight of the vanilla game. I can't ever play the current version on console again because I'm way too spoiled. So, why am I so excited? Well, because I am a console gamer. I started my gaming career, if you will, on consoles. And even though I've played games on PC, I just prefer consoles. Ever since I found out about the Skyrim modding community before I started playing on PC, I longed for mods, and I was so frustrated that console players were always so left out of the awesomeness that is a modded Skyrim. And so, even though my PC sucked, I downloaded a copy of Skyrim and modded it to the hilt and haven't really looked back since. But there was always that little wish in the back of my mind that I could play my modded version of Skyrim on my PlayStation from the comfort of my lazy boy. Since, as awesome as my modded PC version was, it was terribly frustrating to play. My PC is average, and I couldn't and still can't afford to upgrade it enough so that it will run Skyrim at more than 20 frames per second with mods installed. Actually, sometimes 20 frames a second is a breeze. since if it's raining in the game, it can drop as low as 15 or 12. Yeah, it's like watching a flipbook of Skyrim, and it's pretty much unplayable. Not to mention the constant freezes and crashes that I just didn't get with the console version. What you've been seeing are screenshots of my modded Skyrim. I can't show you footage because, well, I don't have any. My PC runs the game way too slow to record video. This is the reason I don't have any Skyrim content on my channel, which is something I've always wanted to do. In fact, when I first conceived the idea of having a gaming channel, it was Skyrim content I wanted to do most of all. Of course, that was before Fallout 4 came out. But I still very much wish I could put out Skyrim content, such as mod reviews, maybe a let's play, whatever. So now you can see why I'm so excited about this remaster. But also because the remaster will make my PC version of Skyrim run better, because it will eliminate the need for several mods, and the less mods your game has installed, the faster it will run, and the more stable it will be. Now, we don't really know the full extent of the changes in this remaster. From the trailer, it looks like it's strictly visual enhancements, lighting, weather, textures, and such. People with high-end computers can download a single ENB to achieve pretty much everything seen in this trailer. But people like me, who have basic PCs and can't run an ENB, have to use multiple mods to achieve the same effect, and even then it's mediocre in comparison. This is a list of all the mods I use to achieve the same or similar result as seen in the trailer. 14 mods! Even with only these 14 mods installed, my game is considerably slower than the vanilla version. And this may not even be the extent of the changes the remaster has. They may also be enhancing character models and animations, which would replace several more mods. Sometimes I feel like I just can't win with mods, always dreaming of the day when I can afford to pimp out my PC and run Skyrim like a boss. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not the only one out there who struggles with managing a modded Skyrim, or who are intimidated by mods and wish that the vanilla game just looked better so they wouldn't have to bother. I have several friends who play Skyrim on PC without mods because mods feel too intimidating to them, or they don't want to risk it. I think a lot of PC players just assume that if you have Skyrim on PC, then you must mod it. But it's not true for a lot of players. So, I don't think this remaster benefits only console players. I believe there are a lot of PC gamers out there that think this remaster is awesome. And of course, I'm sure every console gamer out there does think that anyway. And you know what? I just think that it's time for console players to get their turn. We've stood back on the sidelines a long time, pining for mods, and now we're finally getting that chance. I could have gone the rest of my life without console mods for Skyrim, to tell you the truth, because I have it on PC. But you know what? I'm thrilled for all those console players out there who finally get their turn. And I think PC players should be happy for them too, and not complain so much that they don't get anything out of it. Just be happy that the console players finally do get to have it. So, you know, console players didn't get a whole lot out of the original release, while PC players got all the fun with mods. So, now it's the console players' turn now. Yeah, anyway, I'm starting to ramble now, which, as you know, I'm really good at. So I think I'll stop now before I start repeating myself. So guys, this has been my thoughts on the Skyrim Remaster, which I am just super excited about. Expect to see future Skyrim content on my channel. For sure, mod reviews, but possibly a Let's Play if you guys would like to see that. Let me know in the comments what sort of Skyrim content you'd like to see. And also let me know your thoughts about the remaster. I'd love to hear if any of you are as excited as I am, or if you're just sort of meh about the whole thing. Leave your comments down below. And until next time, guys, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. See ya.